test-taking tip. You should use definitions to help you solve problems. So for example, if you saw a figure like this on a test and it said, which best describes these line segments, some test-taking strategies you could use is to look at each option and then tell yourself what those words mean. So for example, parallel. We know that parallel lines do not meet. These lines do not meet, so you would want to cross out parallel. Perpendicular but not intersecting. Perpendicular lines must intersect, plus we know that perpendicular lines should form a right angle. These do not form a right angle, so we need to cross this out. Intersecting but not perpendicular. You can have intersecting lines that are not perpendicular, so this could be right, or intersecting and perpendicular. Perpendicular lines must intersect, so this could be right also. But again, because we know that perpendicular lines have to have a right angle, it would have to be letter C. Intersecting lines but not perpendicular because there are not any right angles where they meet. Perpendicular lines are two lines or two planes that intersect at right angles. The symbol means is perpendicular to. Here is an example of what perpendicular lines would look like because they form, or where they intersect, they form right angles. Parallel lines are lines that never meet. They are always the same distance apart. For example, think about the lines on notebook paper or the rails on a long stretch of railroad track. Those are both examples of parallel lines. And here is an example of what parallel line segments look like. A line segment is a part of a line between two endpoints. So here are two endpoints. This is the line segment. A line is a never-ending straight path that extends in both directions. So we show that by using arrows at the ends of the line to show that it goes on and on. A point is a single location or position, and we use those points to show what the points are on different lines or line segments. Triangles. An angle is formed by two rays which have a common vertex. The vertex is the point where the two rays meet and is always in the middle of the angle name. For example, in this acute angle, point B would be the vertex because it's in the middle of the angle name. This is an example of an acute angle. If the measure of an angle is less than 90 degrees, it is an acute angle. A right angle, if the measure of an angle is 90 degrees, it is a right angle. This is an example of a right angle. And an obtuse angle, if the measure of an angle is more than 90 degrees, then it is an obtuse angle. A scalene triangle is a triangle with no two sides of equal length. So this is a scalene triangle because all three sides are different lengths. An isosceles triangle is a triangle having two sides of equal length. So these sides here are the sides that are equal in length. So that would be an isosceles triangle. And an equilateral triangle is a triangle in which all three sides are equal. You can see here all three sides are equal, and you can also know that this is an equilateral triangle